Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Healthcare Tech Lunchtime Talk. I'm your host, Dr. Nadia Boutawi. I'm the founder and CEO at NanoNurse, a biotech company developing tools for preclinical development of respiratory drugs. And I'm also the founder of Entrepreneurs in Healthcare and Tech, a community that supports entrepreneurs gain clarity and grow both in leadership and their business. I'll be joined today by Jordan Wilson. And before he joins us, I wanted to go a little bit of an overview about the status quo for AI in business. And we'll be joined by Jordan shortly. In today's, as many of you know, I do have a newsletter that covers innovation, business, and leadership. And today's newsletter, it was about what skill sets would people need, competencies, and the tools in AI that can give them that edge, that can give them that, put them ahead of the curve. So, but before I get started, can you please put in the chat if you're connecting with us live or if you're connecting, watching that later on the recording? You can put live and the location where you're connecting from. And if you have any questions for me or for my guest, Jordan Wilson, please put them in the chat and we'll get to as many questions as we can in the hour we have together. So let's see. It is starting. Yes, Ahmed, it's starting. Feel free to invite other people in your network that you think will benefit from today's session. That I'll be grateful. There is so much work that goes behind the scenes to put these live sessions together. So I appreciate your support. You can support the show by tagging your friend, by sharing it with your network, or by leaving comments or testimonials about it. And thank you in advance for that. So briefly, my newsletter this morning, it was about the 9 AI core competencies that business leaders will need to thrive in this ever-changing business environment, as well as the tools, the AI tools that are not ChatGPT, that can put you as a business leader ahead of 95% of other people. We know it's not just the tech. It's about understanding the applications in the real world scenarios. And not only that, combine these tools with competencies and business strategy for success. So combining those 3 pillars, having the competencies, the right tools on top of the right business strategy, that's a recipe for success in implementing AI for your business. So what are these 9 AI core competencies? The first thing is we need to master what's called communication with AI. That's what's called prompt engineering. And what is prompt engineering? That's the way you design specific instructions or what's called queries called prompts to guide the AI model behavior and output. So you specify what you need, you specify the action, the tone, and so on, and the output. How do you want that output? And that, think about it, that the AI is the engine in your car or your plane or what have you. The prompts are the wheel and you are the driver. So the person prompting or asking the AI for help, you're the one in charge to steer in what direction, to make sure that what you're getting out of it is accurate, because we know there is what's called hallucination with AI models. The next thing is knowing the jargon that is related to the natural language processing or NLP. So to interact with AI, you need to understand, it's almost what's under the belt of that engine. And because it's evolving so quickly, the continuous learning and staying curious is key. Because it evolves so quickly, you need to know what are the tools that I need that overlap with my core competencies, and my business goals. This is how you avoid being overwhelmed by how fast the tools are out there for AI. So, mastering communication is those three things: knowing how to prompt or to speak with those models, AI models, knowing at least the jargon related to natural language processing or NLPs, and staying curious and keep on learning. And the learning is not, when I say learning, it's not passive learning, it's learn and apply, because when you apply what you learn, that's when it sticks. And the next level is when you learn something and apply it, teach it to somebody else. And the best way to learn is to teach, I believe. Now, the next thing in core competencies is learning about the application of AI in both branding and creativity, combining those. So, for instance, you can use artificial intelligence for brand narratives to elevate your brand, not to be overshadowed by it. So when used properly, it can amplify your brand. And the key here is to make sure it aligns with the tone of your voice, it aligns with your values, it aligns with the goals that you want to reach. A great way to communicate your brand is through storytelling with data. And I believe data is not just numbers on a spreadsheet. When done properly in business, it can provide a beautiful narrative that can communicate your big why, that can communicate your goals, your vision, and so on. And we know that people, they don't buy your product or service, they buy your why. And that's a very famous quote by Simon Sinek, who stated that people buy your why, not your product or service. And AI can tailor your messaging, can communicate your big why to different segments that you're trying to help. Many people think that AI is going to replace us and so on. I believe it's not AI that's going to replace somebody. What's going to replace that person is another person who knows how to use and leverage AI for their job, for their creative, or for their problem solving, and so on. So now, because we are early on in this revolution, like the fourth, or some people call it the fifth industrial revolution, it's a prime time to learn how to leverage AI, whether it's for business, for education, for research, for copywriting, for publications, you name it, for creatives, whether it's through text, through videos, or through images. And these creative ideas, it can be, again, if you are the driver and you know what your goal is, you know what tools to use, you know how to use it, it's going to amplify your creative. It's going to take it to the next level. It's going to 10x your productivity and efficiency in business. And that takes me to the third section in terms of competencies. When leading with AI for business scalability, because there's a huge opportunity there, is keep in mind that AI has limitations. So it's very important to remember that AI is not a magic wand that you kind of, point at something and it will do it for you. It has limitation. It has potential and also limitations. We know that there is biases because it was trained on data that was on the internet that already had some biases, so it can amplify biases. There are so many examples that show that AI can be, especially for minority groups or underrepresented groups, that it doesn't give good results. I tested it myself for creating images, and because it was trained on a majority white population, perhaps not from the same ethnic or religious group, the output did not represent me. I would say 75% of the time. So keep those limitations in mind. It can be used effectively for project management. However, leaders, they need to take responsibility and put in systems of transparency, of accountability, to make sure that these AI systems, they do align with the core values of your company. Obviously, it can be used for strategy and execution, from developing your go-to market to the creative when it comes to copywriting and so on. And also, it can streamline so many repetitive tasks to save the employees, the company, more time. Now the question is, what do you do with that extra time? I did estimate how much time I've been using AI for months now, and I estimated how much time it saved me for my day-to-day business, running two businesses and two newsletters and being very active on multiple platforms online. It saves me at least 3 hours per day. Imagine if you have 3 hours extra per day. That is 780 hours a year. When you translate that into days, that's 32 days per year. So I save 32 days per year using different tools for AI. So as if you would have 13 months instead of 12 months. So think about my question to the audience. What would you do if you have an extra 32 days per year? So put in the chat, what would you do with AI if you have an extra 32 days per year? Is it going to be a vacation, doing more work, taking an extra time to develop your business further, and so on? While you do that in the chat, I see here, Woozy Rogers says, I'll be a lot more happier and happy and well rested. Thank you for sharing, Mazar. Musta Maza, I think. Yeah, Woozy. Sorry about that. And so, yeah, when used properly, AI can elevate your business. It can streamline repetitive tasks. It can help you save time. And by saving that time, you can do more of what you love. That changes from one person to another. For me, things that will bring me joy is spending more time watching my boys play soccer, for example, being very involved within the school for my kids, having more face to face with the people that I serve and the entrepreneurs that I help. So I'm not spending my time using it on repetitive tasks and so on. So this is in terms of the different competencies that can be used for AI as business leaders. As I mentioned, AI will not replace you. A person who knows how to use it will. And it is the responsibility of business leaders. It's almost irresponsible if they are to ignore the AI applications and potential for their business, because I strongly believe that 5 years from now, there will be two types of businesses: the ones that did take advantage of AI and the ones that will go out of business because they did not take action on time. So the next pivot in your business could be AI centric. It involves somehow in different aspects of business some AI that will improve your productivity, that will save you time, that will give you that competitive edge. So if you'd like an insider scoop about AI for growth, I started a new newsletter called AI Business Edge. Twice a week, I will send actionable AI insights and tools that I've used to help you as a business owner, as a founder, or a professional grow. It will be one email, one growth tip. Twice a week, in less than 5-minute read. So if you'd like that, put AI in the chat and I will send you a direct message after this live. And you can also follow the page AI Business Edge on LinkedIn. I just received a text from message from Jordan. He won't be able to join, but I will make it as valuable to you as possible, so you can also save time and have that freedom to do more of what you love the same way that I did. And I'm enjoying that tremendously. And the people that I showed how to use AI for their business, they are experiencing tremendous success as well. So the next thing is, when it comes to AI, there are so many tools out there. It can be overwhelming. And when somebody is overwhelmed, then their natural reaction is that they will retrieve. They may slow down. And in their endeavor to try to make progress, they regress instead. I believe the key, as I mentioned, there are 3 pillars. There is the strategy, there is the competencies, and the tools. You can't use the tools without having competencies and strategy on top of these 2 pillars. So the key is to know what your business goal is. What do you want to get out of this? And then you can use vetted tools to help you get there faster. So it's not the other way around. A lot of people have what's called FOMO, the fear of missing out, and they want to learn it all. The key is not to have more information. I believe the key is to have the right information in the right order to get results fast. I've been helping business owners for a long time moving their technologies to the market, and I see a lot of misconceptions. One of them is more information is better. Actually, less information is better. We are bombarded by information overload from all over 24/7, you name it. The key is to have the right information in the right order to get you to your goal faster. So you need to know your goal and then reverse engineer using asking yourself the question, do I have the competencies for that? If you don't, you can learn it and apply it from somebody who does. What is my goal? What do I need to learn? What are the tools that can support that? Because tech overwhelm is a real problem, especially for business leaders that are more senior. So tech can be a little bit intimidating at times. And I had my fair share of tech intimidation at some point. And I know that it can slow you down if you don't know what to use, in what order to get to what goal. So that is the first misconception that I see with business leaders. Another misconception when it comes to business growth, and that relates to AI as well, is that I need to do more in order to grow. In fact, most successful business leaders, they do less and they do it so well. They do it over a long period of time. They get so good at it that they can scale it. So again, doing less consistently in a high quality is the way for growth in business. A third one that, again, it took me a while to realize that, but when I analyzed the business leaders that were entrepreneurs that are successful, they don't go it alone. They find ways to put themselves in the path of opportunities, connect and network with other people that are on similar paths, even though they are in a different field, but they are on a similar path when it comes to their trajectory. And they form communities. And that's why I formed the Entrepreneur in Healthcare and Tech community to support healthcare tech founders in the healthcare wellness and tech space. Because we know when you learn with a cohort, when you learn with other people, you will have the accountability partners, you will learn from each other, you support each other, because we know everybody goes through the ups and downs through their business journey. So having someone that understands what you're going through is key. So next, I'm going to go over the different tools that are not Chat GPT that you can use for your business, and therefore it can help you grow as both professionally and uh, and in your business if you are a business owner. So again, the tools that I use myself, besides different applications for Chat GPT, Claude 2, Bing Chat, you name it, in terms of language models, there are also other tools that business owners can use. For instance, you need to keep an eye on your competition to see how are they pricing their products or services, different changes in the market, and so on. There is an app, Browse AI, that can help you. It keeps you updated on your competitors, ensuring that you are informed about changes in the product or market or pricing, etc. In terms of branding, besides Canva, I'm a big fan of Canva. I use Canva Pro for most of my creatives, and it has a lot of embedded AI tools into it. There's also Luca, which is an AI powered designer. It gets logos, branding, materials, marketing kits without hiring a manager. I was among the very early adopters of Copy AI when they were in beta mode. And it's like having a copywriter or a ghostwriter at a small fraction of the cost. It can help you create social media content, ad copies, e-commerce description, you name it. It's almost like having a ghostwriter in your by your side. Another AI content generator generation is Jasper AI. It's a powerful tool to help businesses scale their marketing content, make sure they are SEO, search engine optimization ready, blog articles, sales copies, sales email, website copy, etc. If you are into, we know if you create that content, you want the search engines such as Google search engine to find your content so people can see it and can drive traffic to your website. And for SEO optimization, there's what's called Spin Rewriter. It's your SEO ally, search engine optimization ally. It can produce multiple unique articles from one single piece. This will supercharge your content strategy and SEO efforts so your company or your product or service will be found online. We all know about Midjourney for creating text to image with text prompts, and that is a new way for amplifying the creative and the visual ideas. There's also video editing. For that, there is Runway, which is a powerful editing suite to help you create high quality grade videos. So it's very versatile. And in terms of email management, and we know if you're a business owner, having email marketing is at least 5 times better than doing content online for organic lead generation. So there is a tool called Merlin. It's a Chrome extension. It will help you craft professional emails, and it will make your communication very easy with your target customers or segments and so on. We all know that with the Zoom and all the online meetings and so on, we need to take notes. No more, because there is what's called smart note taking, and many applications, including Zoom and so on, they do have embedded note taking with their products. There is an app called Meme, M-E-M. It intelligently organizes your note based on your contacts and calendars, and so you won't lose your notes or who's doing what, where did it come from, what meeting, and so on. So it helps you with smart note taking. We know that if you are to be present online, you need to do video. You need to create presentations, whether you are a professional, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a startup founder, raising money, and so on. Because videos and presentation builds trust. It establishes you as an authority in your field. One application that I love is called Descript for video and podcast production. It generates, you know, beautiful videos, and it can help you with the creating podcasts, automatic transcripts. It will remove the filler words. You know, when you're talking, and many people, they have the ums, the ahs, the stops, the pauses. This is the number one thing that undermines your authority when you are presenting. If you are an expert and your level is up there and your communication skill is down here, the ums and the pauses when they're not in the right place undermines your authority. So these scripts can remove those from your videos, making you showcasing you as the authority that you are. As I mentioned, those tools, they can augment our abilities. The core competencies can guide our vision. It's like our North Star towards our North Star. But we know that the foundation in business is strategy. So use these tools, combine them with your core competencies on top of a sound business strategy, and that will be a recipe for success. So if you are ready to implement AI or to use it to grow, whether to grow professionally or to grow your brand and your business, I'm hosting a live training to grow your brand and business with AI on September 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's via Zoom. Put in the chat AI and business, and I can send you the link if you'd like to join me for free, where I will go over 3 strategies to grow your brand and your business with AI. Why is growing brand for business leaders important? As I mentioned, if you are an expert in what you do, you have so much to offer. If people don't know about it, it's a missed opportunity. And growing your brand is the amplifier that will showcase you as the authority that you are. I will also share tips how to use AI to grow your business as well. So again, it's on September 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. We know that business in the future will include AI. It will improve operations, it will improve customer service, and it will improve the bottom line, make you more money in the future. This is a prime time to get the tools, to get the know how, the competencies, how to leverage AI in your business and in your professional growth. You can subscribe to my AI Business Edge to stay on the edge of business and join me for the AI for Business training on September 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to check for questions here. And if you have any questions um, here, please put them in the chat. I can see. Let me see here. If I pause, because I'm streamlining to 3 different platforms. So, but I would love to know where you're connecting from. Put in the chat what location you're connecting from. I'd love to know that. Yeah, Saida Khatun said also it is overpowering and people won't learn properly. It is true that if you have so much information and you don't filter to what you need to help you reach your goals, it can be overwhelming and overpowering. And having another learning within a cohort, I think, is key, because all of a sudden, I'm not the only one experiencing that. Other people are experiencing that. And we know that we learn from our peers in addition to learning from, the instructor or the expert. So great point here. Hmm. There's Yeah, let me address this. I thought AI was bad because people cheat and stuff. So I think any technology, it's a coin with two sides. It has the positive, the negative. That's why I went over the core competencies before I shared the tools. That you should be aware of the limitations and the advantages. One limitation is the potential bias. Another one could be hallucination of the language models. And this is why you are the user, you are the driver of the AI. It's not the other way around. So it can help you, for instance, create, 10 times faster or 100 times more in tenth of the time. However, if it doesn't represent your brand, if it doesn't align with your values, with your vision, it's hurting your brand more than helping your brand. So whatever you use AI for, it's a draft. So you're not starting from zero, but you always put the human touch into it. Always. Great point, Saida. Great suggestions, Nadia. Thank you, Travis, for stopping by. I appreciate you. Business. Yeah, if you'd like to me to send you the link to the AI for business training live, put AI and business in the chat, and I will send you a direct message. Yeah, Balaji here is connecting from Jacksonville. Hello. Okay, awesome. I'm going through the LinkedIn. Okay, let's see. I have a question here. What is the relation between the prompt and engineering and specific business field? Let me know, as a mechanical engineer and working in construction, how can I shift to become a prompt engineer in my field? So, Yasser Anis. That's a great question. I think, first of all, engineers, they have the ability to reverse engineer. So you start with the end goal, and then you have that ability to deconstruct a complex concept into manageable steps. So learning how to talk to the language models, assuming that you're talking about how do I prompt a language model for a certain process. I think knowing the goal that you want to achieve, which you do, you want to become better at prompt engineering. I see it in three steps. And again, there is the beginners, the middle, and the advanced stages. Let's take the beginner as an example. You would need to know how to talk to the let's take ChatGPT as an example. You have three sections. You need to describe, the target audience, what you want to do, your goal. The second part is describe the action you want help with. And for that, you need to be as detailed as possible. I mean, it's not like give me a list of the best 10 entrepreneurs in the world or how to do XYZ. You need to say exactly, what tone of voice, what steps. And the third part is what is the output that you want from the AI. For example, if you are creating a list or creating a process, the output could be a table that has XYZ columns, and you define what columns. So you are the one telling the AI what is the output that you need. And always check, because especially ChatGPT, it's trained up to 2021. If it's anything newer, it's probably not accurate. If you're asking for some information that is, links and so on, always verify that those are accurate links. I did test it for genetics, that's my field, for an area that I really know very well, and it was making up. Uh, After a while, it was hallucinating and making up even references. It will even give you a reference with the name of a journal, pages, and so on, and it doesn't exist. That's why always verify. So, as they say, trust and verify, and I hope that helps. Let's see, I'm going to go over more questions here. That was a great question, Yasser Anis. Thank you. So, if you are interested to level up your AI game, whether professionally or for your business, I have two things that can help you. My free newsletter, it's called AI Business Edge. You can put AI in the chat and I will send you the link for that. And a second one is a free masterclass training live on Zoom by Zoom on September 6th at 12 p.m. The link is on my LinkedIn, and I can also send it to you if you can put AI in business. And with that, if you have any burning questions, please put them in the chat. And yeah, it's unfortunate that Jordan could not join for unforeseen circumstances, and we'll see if we can reschedule that his appearance with us in the near future. And for that, I apologize. Hello, we have Jobo from Peru. Hello, thank you. Yeah, we also have Balaji from Jacksonville. Um, mhm. Yeah, Balaji saying he's connecting, into AI automation and integration, and asking for people to connect with him. So I encourage you to connect with each other and support each other. All right. Um, Abhishek is saying that they have created an AI companion for caregivers and people with special needs. That's great. Thank you for sharing that, Abhishek. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Philip. I'd love to hear your take. I know you're an expert in AI and have been using it for a while. What is my question? If you can, if you're still with us, what is the number one or two misconceptions do you see for business owners when it comes to using AI for their business? You can put that in the chat, and yeah, same goes to Travis Delaney. When it comes to startups and fundraising, I know many startups, they put on the what's called the AI into their business, pitch or model. Have you seen that with the companies that are fundraising with you or not? And if so, how could the founders or entrepreneurs, leverage that, but without, seeming that they just, insert AI into it just because it's the latest hype. A few years back, it was the blockchain. Actually, the Y Combinator, they have a name for that. They call it tar pit ideas. That's when you kind of insert something new, hoping that it's going to give you that advantage. But as I mentioned, the key is to have be clear about your goal and then reverse engineer and see, does it help or not? Mhm. I have a question here. Um, I had Sheikh, AI content get ranking in SEO content. Um, it can give you, you can prompt the AI to, if let's say you're writing a blog, when you are organizing your blog or planning for your blog, you can ask for the particular target area that you're writing about for SEO ranking words, keywords. So when you write, you're incorporating those keywords into your blog. And I know that uh, Google, they've been doing that for a year now when it comes to AI generated content. And that's where the key is not to use that first draft, put your human touch into it. But yeah, definitely the AI can help you with incorporating keywords that are SEO searchable into your content creation. Great question. Okay, so we have AI with business. Thank you. Okay. Mm-hmm. E-commerce including. I will have to look into this, Abdel Kamal, which cloud or model for building chat box makers. But there are a lot of plugins that you can use along with the existing models. But I will have to look into that, so I'm not straying you in the wrong direction. Great question. So send me a direct message on my Facebook. Thank you. Awesome. Let's see if there are other questions. Hello, Labid from Saint Etienne in France. Thanks for connecting with us. And we also, mhm, I'm scanning the questions here, so keep with me here for a second. Awesome. Yeah, the way you can help, if you like this live, you can tag a friend or send forward the link to them. I would be grateful. These lives are also archived on my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will put the link in the chat. And yeah, and I moving forward now that the kids are back to school and I have more time on my hand, more manageable time slots. What you would expect from me if you're subscribed to my AI Edge newsletter, it will be sent twice a week on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Again, it's one action, one tip to help you grow. You, I mean the business owner, the professional, or the startup founder, so you can leverage AI for your growth goals. And I also have the weekly live on LinkedIn. And this one, I cover healthcare, tech, and not just the tech, but different aspects that will help the business person grow. So it can be from leadership, it could be the innovation, it can be how to build teams, and so on. That is on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 1 hour. I'm very excited about few guests that will be joining us in September using AI for law, using AI in healthcare, and so much more. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can go ahead. It's at Dr. Nadia Boutawi, and this way you won't miss any of the archived interviews with business leaders. And why I'm saying that on YouTube, because these lives on whether it's on LinkedIn or on Facebook, they get buried in the feed within a day. But if you want to go back to have high quality interviews with business leaders that are targeted for you to grow, the best way is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This way you'll have them all in one place. And if you're there, you might as well ring that bell so you get notified whenever I have new content for you. I also, I'm very present on LinkedIn I focus on the business, innovation, and leadership on LinkedIn through my content, focusing mainly on instead of short form content, I focus on long form content because that's what establishes you as an authority in your field through my LinkedIn newsletter that has over 7,100 entrepreneurs and business leaders subscribe to it. It's once a week. It's on Wednesday mornings. The latest one that I mentioned earlier is how do you use AI for business growth? So you move from being overwhelmed to being in control by going through those 9 competencies that you need to understand and develop before you find the tools that can help you reach your goals on top of a sound business strategy. So that's my goal, is to help to give back to the community, to give back to other entrepreneurs, to be the person I needed 2 years ago. Because when I found there wasn't much support, for instance, for entrepreneurs in healthcare and tech that is continuous, that's what prompted me to create healthcare tech and wellness membership community to support these entrepreneurs. At the beginning, it was only for women entrepreneurs. Then the feedback I got from many entrepreneurs in healthcare, why not us? So I'm opening that community to welcome entrepreneurs that are in the healthcare, in the wellness, and the technology space, so we can help them gain clarity. We can help them grow their leadership and their business at the same time. Why me? I have a strong background in both research, academia, and business training with an executive MBA in healthcare. And on top of that, I'm certified in tech innovation and entrepreneurship. So if you know anybody who needs support in that area, you can connect me with them, or you can tag them in the chat and I will reach out to them. Because being an entrepreneur in those spaces can be lonely. And that's why I wanted to create that community to support them. And being tech innovation and entrepreneurship certified, I believe we are in a prime time to leverage technologies such as AI to elevate our businesses, to grow, to save time, so we can do more of what we love. So if you'd like to get my newsletter, or you'd like to learn more about the 3 strategies how to use leverage AI to grow both your brand and your business, you can join me for a masterclass on September 6th, 2023 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that, I really appreciate your attention. I appreciate your questions and your engagement. And I will see you next week. And I promise I will. I don't know what happened to our guest today, but we'll reschedule in the future. And I will talk to you soon. You take care. Bye.